Has matter memory power? Science that bowed to Bible. It is a wonderful universe in which man lives and which gives him fresh messages. Man conquered nature and decoded many of its secrets. However, man achieved a little. Scientists have justified certain findings and some of the findings have not been substantiated. A rare substance eludes man. The scientific community is trying to find the genesis of the universe. The particles, air, clouds, galaxies apart, 90% of the matter is dark. The next question is, how does it look? Another question is, what is the composition of the matter which is shaping the galaxies? Some feel the dark matter might be in the form of axons, photons that are opaque and transparent. They can travel through any matter including the human body in millions in a second. Their path is imperceptible. They are smaller than particles. Scientists have called them WIMPs, weakly interactive massive particles. The concept of WIMPs might change the very phase of modern physics. The scientists are expecting to unravel the evolution of the universe, whether it will expand or contract. They are nearing the truth and the maker. Scientists have called this great force as Great Attractive Force, and this attracts galaxies and the Milky Way to it. And this shows that they are nearing God. Great changes are taking place because of this force. Its length is 50 crore light years. The Milky Way, which includes the Earth and the solar family, is 15 crore light years from this. The astronomer Alan Dressler announced in the American Astronomical Society that this great attractive force is attracting the galaxies, which are 10 crore light years in breadth. Scientists say that they could discover the force of this great attractive power by closely observing 400 galaxies and changed the movement in 100 galaxies. A new discovery reveals that all the galaxies are in clusters arranged according to a system. If this discovery gets validated, it would strike at the accepted statements so far. David of the Santa Cruz, California University feels that it is impossible to discover the method. Let the scientists realize that God's power resides in these invisible forces. We see the unseen from the seen. I would like to share my ideas of the knowledge of this great force with all of you. Romans chapter 1 verses 19, 21 and 22. Since what may be known about God is plain to them because God has made it plain to them. For although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile and their foolish hearts were darkened. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools. Can droplets of water retain thoughts? This controversy is quite new. A year and a half ago, the French biologist Dr. Jacques Benveniste and his team discovered that water remembers. However, their findings are not yet announced and still it is at the stage of discussions. Can the lake remember who swam in it a day before? And if this question is posed to French scientists, they would answer in 3 ways. The majority would say no. Dr. Benveniste and his team would say yes. This is a long-drawn controversy. Dr. Benveniste is the director of the National Institute of Health and Medical Research. He heads a team of 20 and he is 54. Because of this discovery, his future discoveries were blocked and were removed from his office and was asked to stop the researches. Philip Lazar, the director of the institute, assured him of the renewal of the contract. However, Benveniste admits nothing wrong in his researches. He accused that he was being victimized. Nature, the internationally renowned British science magazine, published his findings. Jacques asserts that water can remember. Pure water can remember its impurities. Molecules have souls in it. The elucidation made by Jacques is persuasive and people are automatically attracted. However, nature refuted his claim. A team was sent to Paris and acted as though it was exposing a scam. The French scientific fraternity did not like the team of nature. Homeopaths justified Benveniste. Homeopathy makes medicines out of vegetables and substances, which are underground. Though thinner, the agents function efficaciously. This was accepted. Benveniste is no homeopath, but his co-researchers were unhappy. Benveniste says that he is not alone. 3 foreign teams supported his claim. 2 Americans and 1 Russian. However, the infirm scientific council appointed 2 committees. The first committee felt that he raised a controversy leading to the defamation of the French scientific community and the issue be investigated by someone else. His colleagues feel that Dr. Benveniste is not unbiased and has no clear grasp of his own ideas. Is there no one to dispense justice? If they think of the maker, the problem would be solved. However, their pride does not allow. I shall introduce you to God's wisdom. Do you believe that only Christians have knowledge which can somersault the earth? Philippians chapter 2 verses 15 and 16, so that you may become blameless and pure, children of God without fault in a crooked and depraved generation, in which you shine like stars in the universe? 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 6, we do, however, speak a message of wisdom among the mature, on who would have been light unto the world have kept yourselves in the dark. The Bible has remained a mere book, and because of you insults are heaped on the great God. A Christian is leading a blind existence, forgetting his duties and obligations. Romans chapter 2 verses 18 to 20, if you know his will and approve of what is superior because you are instructed by the law, if you are convinced that you are a guide for the blind, a light for those who are in the dark, an instructor of the foolish, a teacher of infants, because you have in the law the embodiment of knowledge and truth. Stop cheating your own Father and try to protect what he wants you to, and be the children of light. Shed ignorance. The truth shall be revealed, and what is revealed is light. Ephesians chapter 5 verses 10 to 14, this is why it is said, wake up, O sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. If someone asks whether matter can remember, the answer shall be a yes. The worlds are built on the matter, which in turn is built on invisible words. Matter pre-existed human beings. Does progeny need parents, or is it born out of a tree or a rock? Aristotle 2,300 years ago answered this question in the positive. An animal excreta gives birth to worms due to chemical reactions, according to some scientists. The 5 senses are hereditary, which proves the memory power of matter. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 3, by faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. Romans chapter 4 verse 17, he is our Father in the sight of God, in whom he believed, that the God who gives life to the dead and calls things that are not as though they were. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 7, by the same word the present heavens and earth are reserved for fire, being kept for the day of judgment and destruction of ungodly men. Only God knows the shape of things. Joshua chapter 24 verses 25 to 27, see. He said to all the people, this stone will be a witness against us. It has heard all the words the Lord has said to us. It will be a witness against you if you are untrue to your God. Evidence is based on retention and existed before man. I mention how the whole matter has these qualities. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 2, hear, O heavens. Listen, O earth. Micah chapter 1 verse 2, listen, O earth and all who are in it. Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 26, I call heaven and earth as witnesses against you. Luke chapter 19 verse 40, I tell you, he replied, if they keep quiet, the stones will cry out. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 11, the stones of the wall will cry out, and the beams of the woodwork will echo it. Matthew chapter 8 verse 26 and 27, then he got up and rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm. The men were amazed and asked, what kind of man is this? Even the winds and the waves obey him. Romans chapter 8 verse 19 and 22, the creation waits in eager expectation for the sons of God to be revealed. The whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up to the present time. The world is unnecessarily spending millions of money on where the droplets of water can remember. If this is so, how much time and money would be needed to prove the memory power of all matter? God is unhappy that man is bogged in controversy and wasting his time. Romans chapter 1 verse 21 and 22, For although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile and their foolish hearts were darkened. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verses 19 to 21, For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, the intelligence of the intelligent I will frustrate. Where is the wise man? Where is the scholar? Where is the philosopher of this age? Has not God made foolish the wisdom of the world? For since in the wisdom of God, the world through its wisdom did not know him, God was pleased through the foolishness of what was preached to save those who believe. God advises us not to be a slave to nature. Man may enjoy what he desires but should not forget God. The computer remembers, waves communicate, stored because of sand or silicon from which chips are made. The audio and video are of sand and the brain is also a composition of mud, which should always be made to remember the unending fire. Remember that matter retains